What's up, guys? I'm Tim. This is New Craft Workshop, and all month long in November, Amazon is running a bunch of sales. Not just Black Friday, not just Cyber Monday, but each and every day, basically, we can find some steals. So I got up this morning, I did some digging, I found some items I think you guys might want and need for your shop, so let's get going. All right, item one, let's look at this book. Now, this is something I have never recommended to you guys on my Amazon deals and steals. But I have a lot of beginners that subscribe to my channel, and this book is the way to go if you are just getting into woodworking. Tons of illustrations, a lot of information. $20 is going to get you an overload of info to help you get started in woodworking. We're going to talk in this book about tool selection, everything from joinery to the different kinds of cuts, blades, etc. It's all in this book. This is a great stocking stuffer, or it's a great thing to just pick up for yourself right now. It's on sale, $21. Grab this book. All right, if you've watched these before, you know I push out Countersink bits quite often because it's a really good tool or set of tools to have out in your shop. Now, I use Amana Tool Company's Countersink. It is extremely precise and high quality, but you're also going to pay for it. All right, and this morning I found this countersink. This is clearly an attempt to knock off the Amana, but if I'm being honest with you, for the price, you're probably going to eat this up. Right here, $22.78. Bit is adjustable, countersink is adjustable. It has the rotating stop to keep you from going too deep. Exactly like the Amana, looks like the Amana, half the price. The Amana is $49.99 everywhere. Woodcraft, Acme Tools, it's kind of set price even on Amazon. It's $49.99, but this looks like a good steal right here. $22.78. I would give this thing a shot. All right, next let's look at these setup blocks. I've actually showed you these before, but they're on sale. Limited time, $26.59. This is great for setting up your router bit height, your saw blade height, your dado set height. It also can be used to check the depth once you've made your cuts. Aluminum construction, markings are extremely legible. And if we look at comparable sets over at like Rockler and Woodcraft, Rockler is going to have this set made out of brass. And as you can see, they're just square pieces of brass. You're paying $70 for this. A very similar looking set over at Woodcraft made by Craig, which has all of the extra little cutouts, notches, additions to test different thicknesses and depths in different material and different situations. The Craig is $89.99. $26 versus $90, massive savings over at Amazon. All right, next let's look at this mechanical pencil. I've actually showed this exact set before, and the reason I'm showing it again is because look at this price, $8.99. You're getting 2 pencils and tons of lead. And what's really cool about the Amazon set is it comes with your standard color lead. It also comes with red and yellow. Now, yellow is awesome for marking out your darker colored woods. And if we compare this where we're getting 2 pencils and tons of lead, head over to Rockler. They have a very similar looking pencil. $11.99 for 1 pencil, 12 lead refills, $3 more for less product. And then if we head over to Woodcraft, this one's even worse. $18.99 for just the pencil. I don't see in the description, and correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I don't even see that there are replacement leads. But $18.99, it's $10 more for 1 pencil. Save yourself some money and grab 2 of these, because if you watch my channel, you know pencils always get misplaced. All right, POWERTEC knobs. These are great for anything you're building around your shop with T-Track. This kit's going to give us 8 knobs and 8 bolts for $10.50. If we look over at Rockler, we're going to pay $6 just for the knob. No bolt, no washer, nothing. Same situation over at Woodcraft, where we're going to pay $3.59 a knob. To get 8 knobs, the cheapest way we would be able to do it is over at Woodcraft. We're looking at $30, not including the bolts. POWERTEC, something like this, knobs, save yourself some money. These work awesome. All of my knobs for my T-Track out in my shop for my router table and everything are all POWERTEC. They work great. You won't be disappointed. All right, I've actually shown you guys a Jorgensen chamfer plane before, but Saker, who is coming on strong and making some really good tools, has their version, and it's actually got more blades than the Jorgensen. The Jorgensen is going to be able to do chamfers and roundovers, and if you look at this Saker, there's a ton of blades in here that are going to give you some specialty edges. $33.99 for the plane and all of the blade inserts, and I'm going to compare this to another product on Amazon, which is Jorgensen, which I absolutely love Jorgensen products, but their version is $50. Saker's making some really good tools. I don't think you're going to be disappointed with anything they make. Save yourself some money. This is a great little tool to have out in your shop. All right, let's move back over to POWERTEC. These quick clamps are awesome. I have some POWERTEC and I have some Jorgensen. They both do exactly what they're supposed to do. The POWERTEC I bought on my own. The Jorgensen I received as a gift. Normally $34.99 for two of these. Right now, check this coupon out. $26.24. They are $8 off with this coupon. The closest thing I could find to these quick clamps is going to be over at Woodcraft. $21 a piece. You're getting the POWERTEC for $13 a piece. That's a massive savings. And again, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. They do it very well. And if you've never bought anything from POWERTEC, you're not going to be disappointed. Good products, great pricing. If you don't have a really good square, Swanson makes great products. And this is currently $13.99 for this 12-inch square. We head over and look at Woodcraft. Their Wood River, I think, is their house brand. $35 for a similar square. And if we head over to Rockler, $30 for their lower end entry level square. $13.99, so $14 versus $30. $16 savings. That's more than 50%. Swanson makes great products. Accurate. You're going to like this square. Grab one today. If you're using a pencil to mark out your material, there's nothing wrong with that. A mechanical pencil with a very fine point is even better, but a marking knife is the most precise way to mark your material. This one right here on Amazon is $21. Wooden handle, comes with a carrying sheath for protection. Great product, $21. That's a great price. If we head over to Woodcraft and look at their basic model, it's $30 with no case, so it's $10 more. Solid metal, there's no handle. Some people might like the feel of that. I personally like a handle on my marking knife, but if you like just the straight blade, $30 will get you one over at Woodcraft. And over at Rockler, theirs is designed the same way without a handle. Theirs does come with a protective sheath to keep your tip nice and sharp, but it's $35. It's $15 more than what you're going to grab over at Amazon, and they're all made out of hardened steel. They're all going to hold an edge, and they're all going to cut a very precise line when you're marking your material. All right, finally, let's hit some screws, because I love recommending screws to you guys, because this is a great way to save massive amounts of money out in your shop. I've been pushing Line Max for a while, and if you've never used a Line Max, that's another item that once you buy Line Max, you will not be disappointed. But this brand right here, I bought these last time I needed screws, and honestly, they're probably coming out of the same factory as Line Max. A lot of this stuff does come out of the same factory as the other names on Amazon. But right here, you're getting 870 of these epoxy coated screws that we use a lot for our outdoor projects. $26, 870 screws. The cheapest, closest competitor I can find is Home Depot. They sell their stuff in a 5-pound box, which is going to get you 783 screws for $30. So you're paying $4 more and you're getting 90 less screws. If you are not buying screws, not just this type of screw, but pocket hole screws, all of your fasteners, brad nails, etc. on Amazon, you are wasting money. All right, that's what I've got for you this morning. 10 awesome items I found on sale right now at Amazon. A lot of these you'll notice down at the bottom as the little picture scrolls it will say something like 30% claimed or 60% claimed. That means that this limited time deal is specifically limited to quantity on hand. There's no time limit. It's when they run out, they're gone at this price. Prices will change when they restock. So all of these items that I found for you today are going to be limited time deals, either because of quantity on hand or just because the sale is based on a specific time period. So anything in this list that you're looking for, I would grab it quickly, because this month especially, everything will be changing daily, weekly, all throughout the month. And I'm going to do my best to shop for you guys as often as I can and find some really good sales and bargains for you out in your shop. So that's all I got for you this one. We will catch you in a few days with our holiday build series. And until then, have a great day. Thanks for spending a little bit of your time with me. And as always, we will catch you guys on YouTube.